Francisco Giants baseball on Comcast Sportsnet, part of the NBC Sports Group.
All streaks are made to be broken, and last night the Reds proved it on the very first pitch of the game. The Giants' scoreless streak snapped, and the Reds showed why they're on top in the NL Central. And today, going against the Reds is Barry Zito. Zito shut down the Dodgers on Monday in one of his best starts of the year. It's Zito taking on the Reds next. Beautiful day for baseball here at AT&T Park. To get ready for Game 3 of this 4-game series, Reds and Giants. Hi again, everybody. I'm Dwayne Kuiper. Alongside me is Mike Krukow. Well, a nice win for the Reds last night. The series is even at 1 game apiece. And with Barry Zito on the mound, let me guess, against this lineup, keep the ball down.
Well, keep the ball down and keep the ball in. That has been the key for Barry Zito. He's got to dominate the inside corner on these right-handed hitters. The thing about this ball game is that there's a little added spice to it because Matt Latos, the pitcher of the Reds, he signs autograph baseball saying, Matt Latos, I hate San Francisco. Giants know this. Barry Zito knows this. There's your extra spice.
All right, so we'll have fun here at the Yard today. When we come back, we will have the lineups of this game and the very first pitch, and we'll do that right after these messages.
Is brought to you by AT&T, the nation's largest 4G network. AT&T, rethink possible. And by Toyota. Check out the great deals at your local Toyota dealer today.
Beautiful view of the Golden Gate Bridge. Fans arriving. Remember, this was the 2002 bobblehead today, and the fans picking up their bobbleheads. All right, our game time weather, well, is brought to you by the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. The admission-free Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk is open daily. 65 degrees here at the Yard. Winds at 12 miles per hour. You can see the humidity, and we've got scattered clouds. So Zach Cozart getting ready to stand in. We'll give you the lineups after Cozart hits. Zito taking the field a little early.
Yeah, he's fired up. Wants to get out there.
Hard to hold those starting pitchers back when they want to go. And the first pitch of the ball game is a strike at the knees. So we get started at 105. Cozart opened the game up with a home run off of Kane yesterday. Here he pops it up. Pagan in center field. 1 out. And that's how this game gets started. The rest of the lineup looks like this. Stubbs will hit second, then Votto. Brandon Phillips, a cleanup hitter, then Jay Bruce. 4-hit game last night. Ludwig Frazier, Hannigan will hit 8th, and Latos 9th.
And with Zito on the mound, let's take a look at his numbers. This is start number 60, and he's 6-5 on the year with an ERA of 4.00. 49 strikeouts and 87 2/3. He's the type of pitcher that will finesse. He pitches to contact. He wants to take the sting out of your at bat. And that's the side of the plate he has to be in on all day long. He's got to dominate that inside part to all these right hitters. Only 2 left-handed hitters on this entire Reds team. Joey Votto and Jay Bruce. The rest of it's all right-handed.
Dale Scott calling balls. I like Dale Scott. He lets you know if it's a strike or not from our vantage point.
Right, and he's a high ball umpire, and you'll see more belts called with him. He'll still give you knees, but he'll give the occasional high one that other umpires don't get. But I think that's his preference.
See, there's a call by Dale Scott. I like that. That's kind of a poor man's imitation of Dutch Renner.
Yeah, and I mean, that's the way umpires used to be taught, to have big calls on strikes and huge calls on strike threes.
Inside to make it 2-2. Reds won last night 5-1. Sandoval hit a home run in the 9th to avoid the shutout. Got him.
Good curveball. Good curveball. Let's take a look at the defense playing behind Barry Zito today. Starting from the Giants outfield from left to right. It'll be Cabrera, Pagan, and Blanco, the 3 amigo outfield. Crawford and Sandoval on the left side of the infield. Terrio and Posey on the right side. And Hector Sanchez will be in the squad, putting down the signs behind the dish. Caddy's Barry Zito. You'll see him catch the days that Zito pitches.
Here's Votto. Votto lifts this one out into left center field. And Pagan moving over, but it'll be Melky Cabrera to put it away. A 6-pitch. First inning for Barry Zito. Nice job. Giants are coming up. Reds go down quietly. Here's the Giants lineup. Pretty much the same as what we're used to. A couple of exceptions. Blanco to lead it off, followed by Terrio. And then the milkman, Buster Posey, will hit cleanup. Pagan 5th, Sandoval in the 6th slot. Yep, on his homestand, he's starting to get hot. Hector Sanchez doing the catching. Crawford 8th, Zito 9th.
On the hill today for the Cincinnati Reds, our old pal Matt Latos. That's right. 6-2 on the year, 4.77 ERA. Lifetime against the Giants 3-3, but he is not afraid to stir it up. Giants fans will definitely have a good time today booing this guy. He says when he signs baseballs, Matt Latos, I hate San Francisco. 6'6", 235-pounder. He's in his third year at the big league level, and he's having a good year. Traded over to the Reds from the Padres last year. You're looking at a quality arm, and at 6'6" and a high 3/4, almost an over-the-top release, he gets great tilt on the fastball. It'll go 92, 96 with consistency to both sides of the plate. You'll see a lot of knee-high strikes. He's got a curveball, slider, and a changeup to complement that good fastball.
So here's Blanco, who's never faced Latos before, and a first pitch fastball for a strike. Blanco at 259, 4 home runs, 18 RBIs. Big breaking ball, and it's 0-2.
And that's a 12-6 break, and you get that type of a break off that high release that he has. Really, really hides the ball well.
And a little high. I mean, Latos, when the Giants saw Latos in 2010, it's the first time that he came out, he threw a little harder.
Now, we've seen him as high as 98, consistently 98, not just top out one pitch in an outing, just hover right around 98. It's our Toyota Exmo, brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. And he's very upright, very balanced for a tall guy. Remember, he's 6'6".
And the breaking ball, and Blanco is out swinging.
Really a very compact motion for a big man. And there's that high 3/4 release, which is very, very unique. And let's watch the payoff pitch to Gregor Blanco. They sit up in the outside corner. And that's the breaking ball that he gets so many strikeouts with.
Terrio 2 for 11 lifetime against Latos. In the game last night for Terrio, he went 1 for 4. Just underway here at AT&T Park. We have some fans still coming into the ballpark. Popped up. Could be playable. Maybe not.
Well, if you had a ticket, you betcha.
Absolutely. We've had some nice days this year, but there have been many as nice as this one.
Drop dead gorgeous. A little carry to center field, but it's going to take a jolt by a right-handed hitter to get one out to right field today. I don't even know if it's possible. Lefty's different story, but basically a pretty good place to pitch today.
A little carry in the game last night. Three and one. Melky Cabrera is on deck. Hit into center field, and that's where Stubbs roams. 2 outs.
Let's take a look at the Reds defense playing behind Matt Latos today. Starting in the outfield from left to right, it'll be Ludwig, Stubbs, and Bruce. Cozart and Frazier on the left side, Phillips and Votto on the right side, and Hannigan will be in the squad putting down the signs. Best arm in the outfield and right field with Jay Bruce. He's got a cannon. Misty Baker did a nice job. It's a very good, solid, evenly balanced Cincinnati Reds team sitting on top of the National League Central.
Here's Cabrera, swing and a miss. Cabrera, 354, 7 home runs, 38 RBIs. At the knees. So Latos in a pretty good rhythm right now. And he got him on the breaking ball, and that'll end the inning. After 1, 0-0.
Bay Area is brought to you by Heffernan Insurance Brokers. Insurance and financial services for you and your business. Visit HEFINS.com.
After one inning here at AT&T Park, no base runners for Zito. A couple of good-looking pups. It'll be Phillips, Bruce, and Ludwig here in the second inning. Phillips hitting .287. He's got pretty good numbers against Zito. 7 for 17. He's got 3 doubles lifetime. Against the Giants left-hander, it'll be Jay Bruce and then Ryan Ludwig. On the ground towards the hole. Sandoval's got it. He gets up. He throws. Got him. He lost his shades along the way, but he makes a nice play.
Now the stuff was dropping off of him like a dump truck rolling down the road. Let's take a look at it. Little jam shot. Nice pitch by Zito. Good range to his left, quickly to his feet. And once Sandoval gets up, I mean, he's got a really good arm. Had to avoid stepping on the shades.
He was not going to step on those shades.
Still got the out. Nice play.
There's the bunt. Off balance throw is down the right field line, but going nowhere is Bruce. All right, let's check in with Amy G.
Well, Dwayne and Mike, we always like to mention when a baseball player uses that Major League Baseball stage to do something positive. And today, Chicago White Sox pitcher Jake Peavy will be donating $100 for every single strikeout thrown in Major League Baseball. All of baseball. That's going to add up to a lot. And he's donating it to pancreatic cancer research. He's doing it for his longtime friend, Daryl Ackerfeld, the San Diego Padres bullpen coach who passed away last Sunday. Of course, our own Bruce Bochy, Tim Flannery, and reliever Clay Hensley all worked with Daryl. It's a wonderful cause, and we hope to get a lot of money for it, gentlemen.
Well, hats off to Jake Peavy. Here's Ludwig. The throwing error allows Bruce to get into scoring position.
That's a surprise. Jay Bruce with lots of power putting on a bunt.
0-2. He's now 5 for 5 in the series, or 5 for 5 in the last 2 games.
You know, he's got 17 home runs. A guy with 17 home runs puts on a bunt. He's doing you a favor.
Maybe it's the ballpark.
Yeah, I don't think he bunts at the Great American Ballpark or the Great American Small Ballpark in Cincinnati.
Ludwig right back to Zito, and Zito now goes to second base and in a rundown, and now the throw to first, and back is Ludwig. So nice play. Fans, this is the 3rd day of our Junior Giants stretch drive. You've heard a lot about the Junior Giants program recently, and you can help keep kids involved all summer long, making a donation at any level. Visit jrgiants.org to learn more about this special campaign.
Nice play by Barry Zito. There you see Stretch, statue that is out there across the cove. One of the most popular areas to take a picture.
Here's Frazier. Strike to Frazier. Frazier 2 for 3 lifetime against Zito, and one of the 2 hits a home run. Outside corner, 0-2.
Oh, he is throwing darts right now. He's got a great feel of that release point. He's going outside, inside. He's shaving corners, and there's not really a whole lot going on across the middle. If it is a pitch across the middle, it's at the knees, and it's a first pitch to get strike 1.
So that pitch high, 1-2. At first, Ludwig, he reaches on the fielder's choice. Two and two.
Trying to backdoor him with that breaking ball just a little bit high. Set up on that outside corner. Outside, a little high. Definitely sets up the inside corner, though, if they want to cut one. Can't forget about Jay Bruce. I mean, he will take advantage of you if you don't make him stop. He's got 4 stolen bags on the year. He has not been thrown out. Smart runner, not as fast guy, but quick and smart. He gets good jumps. So if you go to sleep on him, he'll steal you. Ryan Ludwig, I beg your pardon, at first base.
Up high, 3 and 2. Well, he could be going here.
3 and 2 and 2 outs. I think I might bet on it. Mr. Posey lays back. They're not going to hold him on. Concentration should be to the glove.
And he flips this one into left field, a base hit. That'll bring up Hannigan. Hannigan hitting .285. Mesoraco did the catching last night. Hannigan went 1 for 3. As a matter of fact, he had the only hit against Bumgarner on Thursday night. He's 1 for 6 in his career against Barry Zito. Outside corner, and it's 0-1.
And the pitcher on deck and 2 outs, you really can afford to be very careful if you're Zito. There will not be one point in this at bat where there's a get it in situation. Excellent pitch on 0-1. Throw that thing below the zone, let him chase. Game management, it's so important as a pitcher to know what your options are and know when you have to challenge and when you don't have to challenge. And this is not a challenge situation. And that's one of the beautiful things about being in the National League when you have a pitcher on deck.
And a good pitch. It made Hannigan think a little bit. 1 and 2.
Well, and it sets up the inside corner. Now he can throw something off that back foot, either the curveball or the slider. He can throw a flat cut with his hands. But we're going to have to wait a little bit. Looks like there was a blowout in the webbing of the glove of Hector Sanchez. That glove will go into Mike Murphy, and it'll be back and ready to be used in about half an inning. That's how good he is.
So you're putting Murph on the clock. Is that what you're doing?
Well, he's the best you can do with Murph.
All right, Murph. I'm setting my timer now. Ready?
Dave Greshner will take that into Mike Murphy.
There you go. Okay, we just started it. 1 and 2 to Hannigan, and Hannigan steps out. Ludwig at second, Frazier at first. Rolled foul. Mark Berry, the third base coach, he watches that one go behind him.
Steve Yanaga, a ball dude, making the play. That's how Bob Uecker used to catch knuckleballers. Just wait till it stopped rolling and pick it up. So they were easy to catch.
One and 2. Second strikeout for Zito. Buster Posey will lead it off.
Pitched him beautifully.
is brought to you by Provident Credit Union. Provident Credit Union Super Reward Checking is better than free. They pay you.
No score. Let's see. This guy's got a sign going. Burger, Milky Angel. Great. Yeah, okay.
I like it. The Three Amigo outfield. Very cool. They have been great. They've been difference makers for this club this year.
That's as close to a set lineup Bruce Bochy's ever had. 3 guys in the outfield that he can pencil in. So Buster Posey will lead things off. Posey, Pagan, Sandoval. Right at 300 for Buster Posey. 10 home runs, 40 driven in. And a first pitch strike. Posey went 1 for 3 on Thursday. Came back and went 1 for 4 last night. He's 3 for 10 lifetime against Latos. One of those a home run. It was a home run that Latos hit on September 12th, 2010. Drives this one out into right center field. On the move is Stubbs, and Stubbs is going to track it down. Not in this yard.
Boy, he got AT&T'd there. And I don't know if he got it 100%. He may have got it out towards the end a little bit. But swing was beautiful, stayed inside it beautifully, got backspin, all the things you like to see. It give the ball carry. But Drew Stubbs rather just has too much range. I mean, he's one of the fastest outfielders in the National League, and he can cover some ground.
Pagan takes low.
He's not the kind of center fielder you can hit high fly balls around because it just gives him too much time to get underneath it.
Good fastball to even the count at a ball and a strike. Pagan 2 for 12 against Latos lifetime. 2 for 6 in this series. Bang bang, 1 and 2.
Man, I don't think he was up there looking for fastballs either time.
Pablo Sandoval on deck. Bottom of the second inning. Just inside, 2 and 2. I don't think Pagan was thinking about an inside fastball there.
But you know, that's good use of the fastball. He used 2 4-seam fastballs to get to 2 strikes. Here he throws a 2-seam fastball with movement that runs away from the left-handed hitter. He gave up on it, and it almost came back into the strike zone. But that's really a good example of how 2 different fastballs can be like 2 different pitches.
So 2 and 2. And he stays alive.
Yeah, right now Latos has got a good feel of the ball. Dave Rigetti Gamer Babes. There's a lot of them. There's Dave Rigetti.
Pagan fights off a pitch into the club level to our left, and a nice catch by a fan. And brought his glove, went to the dugout store. He's got to go.
He's ready. It's a player.
Pagan pops it up. It's Cozart. 2 outs.
Time now for our McDonald's True Stories. We go back to June 30th, 1978. That's when Big Mac, Willie McCovey, belted his 500th career homer in the opener of a doubleheader at Atlanta's Fulton County Stadium. Stretch led off the top of the second inning with a clout off of Braves' Jamie Easterly. McCovey would end his Hall of Fame career with 521 home runs.
Stretch going the other way.
Yeah. Oppo.
Sandoval hit one into the arcade in last night's game. And he takes low. Latos has faced Sandoval 26 times, 6 for 26, and the Panda has one home run against Matt Latos.
He is just getting into one of those spells where he's seen it real big, and it's time to get hot.
Pulls this one on the ground, foul. This is what it looked like last night. He did get everything into it.
Tried to go inside. Mike Leake, the only blemish on his scorecard. Without that swing of the bat, the Giants get shut out. That was a solo shot that came in the bottom of the ninth inning.
Cozart on the infield playing Sandoval to pull. 2-1. And the 2-1 to Sandoval. Sandoval off his foot to make it 2-2. That was something hard down and in. Final game of the series tomorrow. Day off Monday. Giants will then be in Washington, D.C. on Tuesday night. Two-two pitch. Pop down the left field line. Out of play.
It's called the long arm of the law right there.
Yes, it is.
It's funny seeing those colors with an SF on the top of the hat. All right, let's take a look at the play. Nope, I thought somebody touched it. He did not. All right, long arm of the law. It helps to be 6'9".
Well, that guy touched it. You were right. 2-2 pitch. Sandoval fouls it back. The big guy kind of deflected it to everybody else. Didn't it look like he was blaming somebody else for not being able to catch it? Yeah, look at, see? Yeah, I had it. See, this guy's used to having nobody disagree with him.
I think you make a good point.
2-2 pitch. Tapped to Phillips. Side retired. 6 up, 6 down for Matt Latos. It'll be Latos to lead things off.
Mid Bay area is brought to you by the Solar Company. Call 877-60-SOLAR for a free analysis or visit thesolarco.com.
After 2 innings, nothing. Okay, my dad digs Crooked Kite, but I dig Amy G and Rennell. Okay, that's good. We're okay with that.
Those are good idols to have right there, my dear. Very cool.
Latos is 3 for 23. And the pitch is inside. 1 ball and no strikes.
Latos for a guy 6'6", Kipe, he gets right on top of the plate.
There's a strike at the knees. He's big and strong. Always have to be careful with those big and strong guys. One and two.
Although I don't think he can hit quite like the guy we saw last night. Mike Leake might be the best hitting pitcher in the league.
He could hit.
He can hit. Leake last night, he went 9, the winning pitcher, first complete game in his career. He had 2 hits, 1 a home run.
2 for 4. Two balls, 2 strikes. Pagan moving over towards right center field. 1 out. Well, time for Subway. Eat fresh, ass Crooked Kite. Jim, all the way from Denver, wants to know, who do you think is Hall of Fame worthy from the 2002 team?
Barry Bonds.
Here's Cozart. There's a strike.
I mean, there's a lot of guys on that club that.
Jeff Kent.
Jeff Kent, definitely. Hall of Famer, no question.
There's
First
a
ballot.
shot past Terrio for a base hit.
So you have Kent and Bonds.
Yeah. Fear the Bride.
Oh, there she is. Best wishes to you. It's a bachelorette party. Where else to go? What better place? The yard. Fear the Bride. I like it.
They're in the bleachers.
We got to get them some gamer pins.
Here's Stubbs. Stubbs struck out in the first inning. Out of play down the right field line. It's 0-1. Cozart's got a couple of steals. Crawford and Terrio at double play depth. Stubbs is very fast. He's a hard guy to double up unless he hits it right at you. This is Sandoval. Sandoval to Terrio. Terrio to Posey. And they do turn the double play, and that's very nicely done. Zito gets the double play. Giants are coming up.
is brought to you by Cache Creek's Summer of Luck. $500 cash every hour from 2 p.m. till midnight. Visit cachecreek.com for details.
Well, over 20,000 kids in 85 communities participate in the Junior Giants program. Did you know that 70% of these kids would not play baseball if not for this program? We're grateful for support of the Stretch Drive at any level, but here are some of the thank you gifts if you donate at one of our top levels. $440 donors will receive an autographed Willie McCovey baseball. $1,000 donors will also receive an authentic Buster Posey autographed bat. Visit jr.org, jrgiants.org to learn more.
Hector Sanchez takes a strike. The latest update, which came at 1:41 from our Stretch Drive. 27,500 has been collected at the park today. Sanchez bounces this one to Phillips. And the total right now is $265,000. Very nicely done.
Now, the best part about this charity is that there is no red tape. It goes right to the kids, all of it. And this provides equipment, and it fixes up ballparks, and it gives kids things to do in the summer months. It's just an incredibly successful program.
Here's Crawford. Crawford hitting .231, a home run, 21 RBIs. Foul back. Yeah, that money didn't touch very many hands, that's for sure, before it gets to where it goes. Zito on deck. Latos 7 up, 7 down. This is the home half of the third inning.
The World Series champions 2010. That's a T-shirt with all of the members of that 2010 team. Latos trying to change sightlines with that high fastball.
Crawford, and the first base hit for the Giants. He hits the bag at first, and he's going to go into second with a double. Nice at bat for Brandon Crawford. I'd like to see him get to 240 before the All-Star break.
Well, he's really going through a spell where he's hitting balls hard and he's getting nothing for it. So, you know, this is kind of an at-bat. You're in kind of a protect mode that he's learning to do, where you set your lower base and you use your hands to protect and use the opposite side of the field, and you cannot execute any better than that. Excellent two-strike at bat.
And here's Zito. Zito's got that hole between Frazier and Cozart. For whatever reason, Cozart's holding on. Crawford. And I'm telling you, he's going to park one right into that hole.
Well, this is the hole you're talking about right here. And I think you could park like 3 city buses over there. And that is Zito's power alley. He can put a 62 hopper through that hole as good as anybody.
1 ball and 1 strike. Instead, Zito's trying to hit one in the water. Well, maybe. Might be a slight exaggeration, which we've never been opposed to doing here.
He's had one of our favorite at-bats of the year, though. It was about a 14-pitch at-bat where he got a little base hit over the...
In Denver.
Hit of the shortstop.
Game 4 of the season.
Yeah. Threw a complete game shutout in that game.
One ball and 2 strikes. Zito working late toes, 2-2.
Those are the bobbleheads that were randomly given out around the ballpark today, celebrating the 2002 National League Championship Giants team. Jeff Kent, Kirk Reeder, Rob Nin, Barry Bonds. Is it Jason Schmidt, the other one?
I think it is. Zito called out on a pitch on the inside corner. And here's Blanco. So Blanco has seen Latos once now. He did strike him out, but he'll be up with Crawford in scoring position.
Oh, JT Snow was the other one.
Yep. Not pitcher friendly from that year.
Apparently, bobbleheads dig the long ball.
Apparently, people who choose who's the bobblehead's going to be all about, not big on pitchers.
How could Jason Schmidt not be one of the bobbleheads?
I mean, there's Woody. Woody's one of them. But
you don't think that? Well, there's 2 pitchers and 3 hitters. I shouldn't feel too picked upon, but
yeah, you're right.
You think Woody's going to rub it into Jason Schmidt that he's got a bobblehead and he doesn't?
I am too. 1 ball and no strikes. Crawford at second base. And this is popped up. Frazier, side retired. John Miller will be in. I'll head over to the KMBR side here. It's 0-0.
4 people in Major League Baseball history to produce at least 1,500 hits as a player and 1,500 wins as a manager. Let's think about that one for a little bit as we head to the top of the 4th. There is no score here at AT&T between the Giants and the Reds. And now joining us in the booth, John Miller. Welcome.
All right, thanks. And Barry Zito off to a very nice start in this one. But he's got the big hitters coming up here. Joey Votto, Brandon Phillips, Jay Bruce, the 3, 4, and 5 spots in Dusty Baker's batting order. Votto hit a fly ball to shallow left center in the first pitch he saw in the first inning. He bends back from a breaking ball up and in. 1 ball and no strikes. 3 hits for the Reds, 1 hit for the Giants so far. Giants infield playing Votto to pull the ball. The outfield shaded a bit toward left. And he takes a called strike. Votto more than holds his own against left-handed pitching. He came into this game hitting .317 against the lefties, but .370 against right-handed pitching this year. The 1-1 pitch, curveball, left field, and there is Melky Cabrera.
When you talk about Joey Votto, you're talking about one of the strongest front shoulders in the game, and he just doesn't have any give in his swing. And he's that rare combination of power and average in one swing. He can hit for average, he can hit for power. A couple 2 hitters right there that were pretty good. Will Clark. Well, you could say Jack Clark as well. And, of course, Pete Rose. The guy's got more hits than anybody. Hopefully someday he'll find his way to the Hall of Fame.
Rose and Clark. Brandon Phillips up. Phillips grounded out to Pablo his first time. Pablo made a beautiful play on the ball, diving to his left. Took a hit away from him. Brandon Phillips. Did you see Pablo? What?
He's chewing on that mouthpiece.
1 ball and no strikes. That's pulled foul, hit sharply foul. And the count is 1 ball and 1 strike to Phillips. Dodgers play later this afternoon. Our colleague Dave Fleming is on assignment down there to view the Dodgers and the Mets. It'll be Johan Santana for the Mets against Nathan Eovaldi of the Dodgers. That game's scheduled to start at 4:15. The 1-1 pitch. That is a base hit. That ball was down and away, and he hit it right off the end of the bat.
Yeah, a guy beat you on that location with a pitch down there. You can't feel too bad as a pitcher. He's set up on the outside corner. This is right to the glove, knee-high outside corner. And Phillips, who can really extend, he's got great coverage of the plate middle away, and he can cover stuff 6 inches off the plate away. Shows you the technique and how it's done. Nice at bat.
Now, he used to be a prolific base stealer, but those days seem to be over. He's only had 4 steals this year. Jay Bruce at the plate, and a curve for a strike. Bruce laid down a bunt his first time for a hit.
Yeah, I really didn't see what that was all about. Guy has 17 home runs and he bunts on you. Thank you very much.
Well, he's had a homer and a double in 12 at bats. Over is Crawford. No chance to get Phillips, but he does get Bruce. Out number 2.
Well, because of the shift, he was in a weird position. And once he caught the ball, he had to come back to his right. Just too much speed from Phillips. He tried to get the out at second, but it was going to be him and him alone who had a chance to get it. Nobody at the bag covering, unless you think C.B. Buckner would have made the play of the umpire.
You can see Phillips veering off over onto the infield grass. But a runner can reset his own baseline just as long as he doesn't do it right when the guy's trying to tag him. So he did it enough in advance to just stay away from Brandon Crawford. That's perfectly legal. And good base running. So 2 down. Here is Ryan Ludwig. Runner in scoring position. There's that big curve from Zito.
He's had a nice feel of everything today. He's really pitched beautifully to both sides of the plate. I mean, if you're beating him right now, you got to beat a good pitch like Phillips did.
Ludwig hit one back to Zito his first time. He's 0 for 1. And the changeup off the outside. A ball and a strike. So the Giants with Matt Cain losing last night. This ends up being a big game where the Giants need the strong outing from Zito. And the way Latos looks today so far, looks like whoever was pitching for the Giants would have to have a strong game.
Hey, the Milkmen are here.
A young one. Change up just off the outside again.
Got to give that guy a gamer pin right there. That's the best we've seen. I'm sorry. That's my favorite Milkman right there.
So anybody could be a Milkman.
Yes, you can.
Get the outfit, you're a Milkman.
Strap it on, you're in the club.
Ludwig backs away. 2-1 the count to him. The right-handed hitting Frazier is on deck. 2 down, but a runner in scoring position. Ryan Theriot, the second baseman, playing real close to the bag, trying to keep Phillips from getting too big of a jump. Just off the outside with the little cutter, and the count is 3-1. Ludwig, who has power, 6 for 25 lifetime against Zito, only a .240 average. He does have a home run against him. But a base hit could put the Reds ahead here in the 4th inning. And it's a walk.
With an open base, not a bad play. That's when you're counting on a guy being a little greedy up there and wanting to knock that run in. And you'll see a lot of hitters will expand their zone. And when you get them to swing at your pitch, the likelihood of them squaring a ball up is diminished because of the location of the pitch. So for Zito, with an open base to an RBI guy, he pitched him perfectly. And you tip your cap to Ludwig, who laid off. It's some pretty good takes in that at bat.
So now Zito against Frazier. Frazier had a single against him in the second inning. Frazier has had 3 hits in 4 career at bats against Zito now, including a home run and 2 singles. 2 men on with 2 men out. High and tight, bends him back, ball 1. No score in the game, 4th inning. Zito in a little bit of a jam here. Phillips hit a 1-out single, then took second on a ground out. Then Ludwig walked, 2 on, 2 out. Zito behind in the count here to Frazier. And it's 2-0. Another right-handed hitter on deck, Ryan Hannigan. Well, he's in the same kind of a spot now that he was in with Ludwig. He's behind on the count. He does have an open base, but he's running out of open bases. No. Wow. That pitch has been a strike, I think, most of the time today.
Well, and that's one way that Dale Scott can frustrate you. He is an umpire that will give the belt high strike, but you can't count on it getting it every time. It always seems like just when you need one the most, you don't get it. But that is high.
Up around the lettering.
It is, to the defined strike zone in the rule book, a strike, with room to go even higher, according to the rule book.
3-0. That is a strike. 3-1.
The rule book really goes from the armpit to the knee. That's the height and the size lengthwise of the strike zone. And the plate 17.5 inches is the width of the strike zone. So you get everything from the knees to the armpit. That's by the rule book. But nobody calls that strike zone.
3-1. And he walks him when the bases are loaded. All right, so he's run out of room with which to maneuver as Hannigan comes up with the bases loaded and 2 down.
I have no problem with that. I mean, he struck out Hannigan in his first at bat. Frazier had really good balance in his last at bat, had a base hit. So you know the guys that see you well the first time in the lineup, and Frazier sees Zito better than Hannigan did. Now he's used up his 2 open bases. Now he has to come to Hannigan. But remember, Hannigan struck out, so maybe there's something Zito knows that makes him feel more comfortable pitching to Hannigan. But we do know this. Hannigan likes the bags full. He's got good numbers lifetime.
So here we go. No score, but the bases are loaded. In the dirt. 1 ball and no strike. By the way, 7-8 years ago, remember they made a big push for the umpires to start giving that low strike. That became a priority under the instructions of the umpires. They also made a new definition of that high strike. You're talking about the rule book definition, which is still in the rule book. The instructions to umpires, the width of 2 baseballs above the belt is the high strike. Now it is 2-0. So Zito is maneuvering himself into a corner here now.
Well, he has to come in now. And this is where you have to get lucky. It's a pure get it in situation. And you've got to bite off a chunk of the strike zone here. You cannot think corner. You've got to think middle of the zone. You need to throw it where you know if it gets taken by that hitter that umpire is going to call it a strike.
And a fastball and fouled out of play off to the right.
Late.
2-1. Hannigan, in 152 official at bats this year, has 1 homer and only 7 runs batted in. So Zito, and this Zito, he's only had what, 7 previous go-rounds with Hannigan. Hannigan has 1 hit in those 7 at bats. Now it is 3-1. The pitcher, Matt Latos, is on deck. Phillips at third, Ludwig at second, Frazier at first. 3-1, big pitch here. just off the outside, and he walks in a run. 1-0 Cincinnati, as Brandon Phillips will score. A one-out single by Phillips, and then with 2 down, 3 consecutive walks.
You know, Dave Righetti going to come out and talk to Barry Zito, and this will frustrate a pitcher. This is a pitch that you're mad at because you didn't get in the strike zone. A little puzzled as to why a guy wouldn't extend his zone, but bottom line is you walk in and run. Now with that, guys going to get their bullpen going, and Brad Penny, who just joined the club yesterday, going to get up and get stretched out. Penny basically learning how to become a relief pitcher. And one thing that is big time different is how you get loose. Starting pitcher, you can get 50, 60, 70 pitches, whatever it takes to get loose all the time you want. Not the way it is with the bullpen. Bullpen, you've got 10 pitches to establish a fastball. Go get them.
Three men on, 2 men out, and a strike call to Latos for the cutter, and it's 0-1. And for the first time, the new Giant brought up yesterday, Brad Penny, now throwing in the bullpen just in case. 3 men on, 2 men out. Curveball, strike 2. Another curve, and it's a little bit low. 1 and 2 now.
Nice 0-2 pitch. Sometimes you're out there, you throw what you think is the perfect pitch, and the guy doesn't even flinch to swing at it. A 2-strike count, and you miss getting the call by a quarter of an inch, and you think, what the heck? How could a guy take that pitch?
And the changeup well off the outside. 2-2.
Well, now this becomes a big pitch. 27 pitches in the inning for Zito. Really has jacked his pitch count way up.
So far, just 1 run in, and that's the way it remains. The curveball for the strikeout. Terrio Cabrera Posey coming up.
Written consent of San Francisco Baseball Associates LP.
From AT&T Park, 1-0. The Reds have gone ahead now as the Giants come up in the 4th inning. I'm John Miller along with Mike Krukow. Over on radio side, Dwayne Kuiper. He'll be back in the final 3, but for now, you're stuck with me, and that's it. Sorry. Dave Fleming on assignment. He's going to do that Dodger-Mets game at 4:15 on national radio, so maybe we can listen to him on the way home from this game.
I think we shall. Well, welcome. I enjoy having you over here at the television booth, but I did see you talking to one of your old partners, Joe Morgan, over there on the radio side.
Yeah, Joe, the Hall of Famer, is here. My partner for many years on television, on the Sunday night game, and he's also an assistant, a special assignment guy for Walt Jocketty, the general manager of the Reds. And Walt likes to pick Joe's brain about players and what he thinks, just to get that extra input. So Joe knows a little bit. He's learned over the years.
A library, a wealth of knowledge. He's really one of the best baseball people I've ever been around, Joe Morgan. And I had the honor of being traded for Joe Morgan.
That was pretty fun for you, wasn't it? You cost us Joe. And Joe had a pretty good season here in San Francisco.
It was not received that well in my first spring training, especially when my ERA was about 9 after 3 starts down in Scottsdale. Oh, well.
Well, I think you overcame that, though.
It worked out good.
Terrio, the hitter, against Matt Latos, who's really looking sharp. And a good eye there by Terrio to take that slider. 1 ball and 1 strike. Hey, now you were on one of these. Is that one of the America's Cup boats out there sailing by McCovey Cove?
No, they're in Newport, Rhode Island right now.
The 1-1 pitch, and that's in for a strike. I mean, this looks like one, though. That's a beauty. There it is.
It is. That's a big boat, and that thing will definitely fly, but not one of the Oracle boats.
And did he check his swing? Yes, he did. That's a rule. Now, a lot of experienced umpires would tell you, because the guy needs to know immediately. Check swing with 2 strikes and you could run. The ball's rolling away. You have to know right now. You can't find out 5 minutes later. Oh, you should have run. I've ruled that was a swing.
Dan Asano over there at first base.
But the experienced umpires have told me that in that spot they will just invariably say no swing. That's what the plate umpire has ruled already. He got that breaking ball up, but Terrio with a high fly ball caught by Bruce. One away. Melky Cabrera coming up.
Well, time now for our AT&T U-verse reverse replay. Yesterday's ball game, and Melky Cabrera comes up and guns down Jay Bruce. Jay Bruce, for some reason, did not decide to slide, but it opened up a little window of opportunity, and a tremendous throw in him, and a great play by Buster Posey on the backside of it to get the out. Buster Posey, with Melky Cabrera, rather, with 6 assists from the outfield now, and that's our AT U-verse reverse replay. Say that 3 times fast.
The AT&T.
The U-verse.
U-verse.
Reverse.
Oh, yeah, easy. Right to Votto, and he'll take it himself. So the Milkman is 0 for 2 now. Let's go down to Amy G.
Hey, John, if I'm stuck with you, I guess I'm going to give you a good one. Buster Knows Squad. It's up at csnberry.com, and it is brought to you by GoPro Cameras. Gentlemen, Buster and I talked today about the stellar pitching in June, and he gives some insight as to what an all-star selection this year would mean to him. Buster Knows Squad on csnberry.com. John, check it out.
You convinced me. Buster Posey, who might end up being the starter. We don't know the final vote tallies yet. Tomorrow that will be released. I think TBS is going to have a live show in the afternoon. Or maybe it'll be in the morning out here. Whenever. So we should know around game time, I think, by tomorrow, whether Buster was voted in or not. Chasing that slider, 1 ball and 1 strike. 2 down, nobody on for the Giants. Buster hit one well. Home run, I think, in most parks, but caught here on the warning track in deep right center by Drew Stubbs. Joe Morgan was on the radio with me at that time, Mike, and he said, he was shaking his head saying, "This park's tough, man."
Well, I think he caught it just a little bit up off the sweet spot. I mean, he got it well. And certainly if we're in Cincinnati, he's got a round tripper. Great American small ballpark in Cincinnati is a little bit easier to hit home runs in than here, like about twice as easy.
The Reds have hit 56 home runs in their home games, 31 in their road games. And the high fastball for the strikeout. Latos is tough today. 1-0 Cincinnati.
Sportsnet Bay Area is brought to you by Big O Tires. Tires, service, straight talk. Big O Tires, the team you trust.
From San Francisco, Reds 1, Giants nothing as we start the 5th inning on a beautiful, spectacular San Francisco Saturday, the final day of June here in 2012. Barry Zito to the top of the order, and that breaking ball ran right off the inside corner for ball 1 to Zach Cozart.
Hard to believe that July is tomorrow. I mean, it seems like we're just at spring training. Season goes fast when you're in first place.
And again off the inside, 2-0. Pretty good movement on those pitches, but off the plate, so now it's 2-0. And a strike. 2-1 to Cozart. Drew Stubbs on deck, and then Joey Votto due up third in the inning. Always advisable to keep everybody off the bases for when Votto comes up. And that curve low and inside. 3-1.
Zito, the first 3 innings, was throwing darts. I mean, he did not miss anything. He kept everything on a corner, was nailing it. And I'm talking about with all 4 pitches. And now, once he got in the stretch in the 4th inning, he's kind of gotten out of the strike zone.
It's a walk. He has walked 4 of the last 5 hitters.
Well, time to ask and answer our trivia question from AT&T. Question today was: name the 4 people in Major League Baseball history to produce at least 1,500 hits as a player and 1,500 wins as a manager. Our survey said Dusty Baker, Fred Clark, Lou Piniella, and Joe Torre all did it.
They all did it. Wow. Oh, this wasn't a multiple choice. There were no names given.
No.
Okay. Because I was thinking, wow, that's a trick question, isn't it? Well, Dusty was an excellent hitter. Came up with the Atlanta Braves originally. He was the man on deck the night Henry Aaron broke Babe Ruth's home run record and became the home run king back in 1973. And he was a protege. He was sort of an assignment by Dusty's dad of Henry Aaron. He said to Aaron, says, keep an eye on him. Make sure he doesn't get into any trouble. And Henry Aaron took those words to heart.
Yes, he did.
Change up high and away to Stubbs, who was showing bunt there. Zito just cannot throw a strike all of a sudden.
Well, and Hector Sanchez has just got the word from Bruce Bochy. Come out and talk to his pitcher. Giving George Canto some time down in the bullpen to get loose. Because right now, as good as his control was the first 3 innings, it has left the building. I mean, he needs to get this pitch in right now. You cannot have a couple of walks and set the table for Joey Votto and expect to get out of an inning.
Two 2-0, 3-0.
And that's an easy take right there. All of a sudden, I mean, he had really one of the better release points that he's had all year the first 3 innings. And now he's lost it.
And there's a strike, 3-1. The last time he was up there, Stubbs did something that he had not done all year, which was to hit into a double play, a ground ball double play. That ended the 3rd inning. Started nicely by Pablo Sandoval at 3rd. Cozart at 1st. On the outside, strike 2. Stubbs thought maybe he had a walk.
Outside corner. I mean, that's not that much different than the 3-1 pitch that was called ball 4 to Cozart.
That's a good point. Borderline area. 3-2. And that one misses high and tight. Some cut to it. And off the plate and also well up. He's walked 5 of the last 6 batters.
And once again, here comes Dave Righetti. Contos is ready down at the Giants pen. The international sign that your pitcher's ready as the bullpen
coach, Mark Gardner, takes his hat off. That sign's been given.
So he's put it back on now, but he had taken it off.
Yeah, took it
he doesn't
off
have to take it off for the rest of the day. Just take it off for a moment.
Just as long as it's acknowledged by Bruce Bochy. Okay. He's ready.
All right, we got you there, Gardy. Thank you. Zito's control needs to be better. He knows it. We know it.
You got him down, partner.
Well, he's created a very tight spot for himself. 2 men on. And about the last guy in the Reds lineup, or anybody's lineup, you want to face in a spot like this in a tight game is at the plate, Joey Votto. However, Votto is 0 for 2 in this game against him. And the little cutter, tough pitch, bounce foul back behind the plate, 0-1.
That's about as bad a swing as you'll see Joey Votto take. As good a hitter as he is, he takes a hack like this, you think he's setting up a pitcher. That was off balance, reaching, ugly. Looked like it hurt.
Joey Votto has had only 3 hits in 17 career at bats against Zito. Little tap. Pablo's going to have to hurry. He got it. And Votto was not running hard. He may have hurt himself.
He may have done something on that first swing. It did hurt. Because I've never seen him not run. He is one of those players that runs back, ground balls back to the pitcher.
Let's keep an eye on Votto here on the replay.
And his back must have locked up. That is not like him at all. And on that swing, that was a swing and bunt. If he's running right, he beats this out.
Yeah, when it was hit, I thought, well, Pablo is probably not going to be able to make a play. They're going to walk Brandon Phillips now intentionally with the left-handed hitting Jay Bruce on deck. Here's ball 2. So now Cozart at third, Stubbs at second.
It's been a weird game. I mean, the first 3 innings that Zito had, I mean, he was just on top of his release with everything. And now, I mean, with this intentional walk, he's walked 6 of the last 8 guys. Let's go back to that very first swing of the at-bat from Joey Votto and watch him reach. And something happened right here. It may have just locked his back up. And it said it looked like it hurt. And watching him come out of the box when he took his next hack sort of verifies what we thought.
So now Jay Bruce, bases loaded, 1 out. The curveball. Ooh, he wanted that first pitch strike, but too high, said Dale Scott. 1 ball, no strike.
All right, let's take a look at it. How big was it? It was big and it was high. Not that we haven't seen Dale Scott call those strikes, but not getting it that time.
Caught by Crawford, and that is a double play. Drew Stubbs, where was he going? Wow. Pagan, then Pablo coming up. 1-0 Cincinnati leading the Giants as we go to the last of the 5th inning. On a beautiful day to be out of doors.
All right, time now for our forward right choice, and this is the play that ended it for the Reds. You can see where Brandon Crawford was playing up the middle, and a base running mistake by Drew Stubbs. I mean, you've got to freeze on a line drive, and in this instance, just get back up back, but he was moving towards third. And with his momentum going to the third base sack, Brian Terrio covers, and Zito miraculously gets out of the jam. And that's our forward right choice.
I saw that one coming. Not.
That was not looking good there for a while.
Here is Angel Pagan, and a curveball for a strike from big Matt Latos. Pagan popped to short his first time. Pablo Sandoval on deck, and then Hector Sanchez due up third in the inning. Along the left field line, foul, and back out of play. Well, we figured Joey Votto had hurt himself there. It didn't look good, and he has been replaced at first base. Miguel Cairo, the veteran, 38-year-old utility man who can play just about anywhere. Now he's at first. Votto is out. We'll try and get a report from the Reds clubhouse when we can. And it's a little bit off the inside and high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Sharply hit right to Cairo. The unassisted put out, 1 away. Giants have only 1 hit in this game. Don't forget, tomorrow is the final day of the Junior Giants stretch drive, inspired by Hall of Famer Willie McCovey. Fundraising campaign to raise awareness for the Junior Giants program, a free, non-competitive baseball program stressing the importance of character development, self-esteem, education, and leadership. And a lot of kids, thousands of them, benefit from this program every year. Visit jrgiants.org to see how you can help. There's Barry Bonds here with the 2002 Giants. That's a ball foul off the left field line by Pablo Sandoval. Strike 1. Barry Bonds here. And so many of those Giants from the 2002 team here for the weekend. Bonds put on one of the greatest shows ever seen in the 2002 World Series. If ever a player was going to be voted the MVP of the World Series on a team that lost the series, it would have been Bonds that year. There's that 2-seam fastball with movement back to the plate, but it was too high. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Well, I'm really looking forward to tomorrow's reunion from that 2002 team. Everybody's starting to assemble, coming in, and they're all coming back. 10-year reunion.
Down the left field line, slicing foul. Into the left field corner, 1-2.
You look back on that club and you realize just how much talent was on that team. Just a lot of really solid big leaguers. Guys all came together and put it together and made a great run all the way to the World Series. Came up a little short, but hey, they won the hearts of Giants fans, and they really put a signature on this ballpark, just its 3rd year of its existence, going to the World Series. A lot of fun.
Oh, Pablo badly fooled on that one. He's tagged out on a swinging strike 3 and the ball in the dirt, and 2 down. This was game 2 of that World Series. Francisco Rodriguez, a rookie, had come in, and Bonds hit a tape measure shot way up into those bleachers in right field. And even now, 10 years later, we were just there last week to see where that one landed. And he hit one later in that World Series even deeper than that.
He was something. But he could still strap it on and hit it out easily.
Sanchez and a slider for a strike. 0-1. Matt Latos, his problem this year has not been pitching well. He's had some strong games, including his last one, the most recent one before today, but he's had a hard time doing it consistently. And that is a swinging strike too. And Dusty Baker said before the game, Walt Jocketty, the general manager, said the same thing. They're anxious to see him start doing it again and again and again. Not one great one and then one poor one, which has been the pattern. And he has been outstanding so far today. 2 down, nobody on. And bounce foulers and a desperation swing of that fastball.
No, he's been fantastic. I mean, his command has been exceptional. And here's a guy who's unusual anyway because of the high 3/4 release, and he gets a lot of tilt with that fastball. And when he can consistently pound the knees on both sides of the plate, which he has, it's tough. I mean, you're only seeing a quarter of the ball. That's the way the ball looks when you're seeing that much tilt on a fastball that's been 92 to 95 consistently. And he's also elevated and changed sight lines effectively. And we're not even talking about his breaking ball yet. That's been the best pitch.
Well, there it is. Wow. On to the 6th inning. Barry Zito and the Giants trailing 1-0.
PG&E Giants in the community. We go to our Hispanic broadcaster Erwin Higueros and Joaquin Arias. The two of them hosted more than 20 kids from the 3rd Street Community Center in San Jose. It serves primarily Hispanic children from low-income families. They talk to the kids about dreaming big, having self-confidence, eating right, exercising. Guys, this is my favorite one. Listening to your parents. Good job, Erwin and Joaquin. Way to go. John, Mike.
All right. Yeah. Don't forget to do that. Although I think we were sort of lacking as kids ourselves in that regard, from what I've been told
by our parents.
We could have done better. Here is Ludwig, and it's 0-1. Ludwig has hit into a fielder's choice and has walked in this game. In the last 2 innings, 6 Reds have walked, 1 an intentional walk. So Zito would like to get more familiar with the strike zone now. Only a 1-0 score, the Reds leading in the 6th. Ooh, now that looked pretty good right around that inside corner at the knees.
Well, that's the problem, though. When you put 6 walks in a couple innings together, you start losing corner pitches you got early in the game. Now, early in the game, he would have gotten this pitch.
A ball and a strike. Way inside with that curve. Almost hit Ludwig in the foot.
When you start getting wild in the middle of a ball game, I mean, you can lose corners on the strike zone. All it takes is for that umpire to start anticipating you're going to throw something wild, and you're not going to get the corner strikes. And that's kind of what has happened here with Dale Scott in regards to Zito's strike zone. It's gotten smaller.
2-1. That's a strike at the knees. 2-2. Fastball in there. Todd Frazier and Ryan Hannigan to follow. 3 right-handed hitters in a row due up here. Change up. And a soaring fly ball. Out into the big part of the yard, though. Plenty of room for Pagan.
Well, the Houston Astros are back in town to kick off the second half of the season, July 13th through the 15th, right after the All-Star break. And that Friday game, a 7:15 start. Post-game fireworks presented by Hanwha Solar. Saturday's 6:05 game is Matt Cain T-shirt night presented by Vasca Laundry Detergent. First 20,000 fans will get those shirts. And then Sunday's finale, a 105 game. First 25,000 fans will receive a Madison Bumgarner bobblehead presented by PG&E. So go to sfgiants.com and get your tickets right now.
Strike one to Todd Frazier. Frazier has singled and walked against Zito. The only run of the game scored in the fourth inning on a bases loaded walk to Ryan Hannigan. 1-0 Cincinnati. And he moves him back a little bit. 1 ball, 1 strike. The big curve too high. 2-1. Day game tomorrow with Ryan Vogelsong up against Bronson Arroyo. Vogelsong, a real strong candidate to make that All-Star team as a starter. The curve up and away, and it's 3-1. Giants pregame live tomorrow, by the way, will start at noon with all of the pregame ceremonies honoring the 2002 National League pennant winning Giants. That ball is off the end of the bat and right to Cabrera. He had a pretty good swing on that, but just a little bit too quick. 2 down.
Well, that's really Zito's game right there. He wants you to hit the ball. I mean, he's more of a fly ball strikeout guy. I mean, you can't call Zito a sinker baller. He's a fly ball guy. But his goal is to just take the balance out of your at bat. Just get you reaching just a little bit. So, you know, you may hit it pretty good, but you just leave a little bit in that batter's box, and it keeps you in the yard. Nice lazy fly ball, and what he's done this inning is what he likes to do.
0-1 to Hannigan. Hannigan has struck out, and then he got that bases loaded walk for the game's only run in the 6th. His 8th RBI of the year. Strike 2 call.
Knee-high paint right there. And he needed a good inning like this after the 4th and 5th where he walked 3 in each inning.
And the curve down and in. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Right back to Zito. Hit him in the leg. But he could not get enough on that throw to retire Hannigan, who is aboard. For a moment, it looked like Zito might catch that ball, hit right back at him. And maybe it hit the glove. Hector Sanchez out, as is Buster Posey. See if he's okay.
Yeah, I think it caught a little glove, maybe kicked off his thigh. It would have been a great play had he been able to recover.
Oh.
Closer to the. Well, that could have been bad. Let's put it that way. Close to being bad.
Did it hit him on the glove hand above the wrist in that area? Yeah.
I think it did.
And that's a foul out of play by Matt Latos. Latos, who had 2 hits in his last game, a complete game victory where he struck out 13, allowed only 4 hits, and he had 2 hits. He can hit.
All right, let's see exactly where it got him.
Yeah.
Dangerously close.
Right near that wrist. 1 ball, 1 strike. He went into protect mode pretty quickly there.
Yeah, you don't have to think to get into that protect mode.
So it's an involuntary reaction.
Yeah, that one is.
Well, Leto swung at that one. And yes, the first base umpire, Dan Asogna, agreed on the appeal. 1-2. 2 down in the 6th inning. Hannigan at first. The Giants are trailing 1-0. Barry Zito about to throw his 99th pitch of the day. Posey not holding against Hannigan at first. Little soft one-hopper. Terrio to Crawford. The inning is over. Crawford, then Zito and Blanco. Those are the do-ups. Last of the 6.
Ground ball to the left of Pablo Sandoval, who loses his sunglasses, and watch him avoid stepping on the shades. Oh yeah, he's that good. And that's our Coors Light Freeze Can, brought to you by Frost Brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer.
So he robbed him of a hit, made sure he didn't ruin his sunglasses. He can do it all.
Yep, and it is fist pump time here.
1-0. Cincinnati leading. Last of the 6 coming up. And we see Nate Scherholtz is already out of the Giants dugout, so Zito due up second. Giants are going to pinch hit for Zito, and you saw after the inning was over, Bruce Bochy, Mark Gardner, everybody going over to congratulate Zito. Giants would he had those difficulties with all the walks in the 4th and 5th innings, but the Giants 6 innings, 1 run, they'll take that every time from
Zito.
They
absolutely will. And he pitched through trouble. I thought some of the walks he issued were smart walks. Of course, it was an intentional one there, but there was a few there that he really flirted with danger. But fortunately, he was able to pitch out of it. A good, solid 6 innings, a quality start. Now, hopefully, the Giants can pick him up here, get a couple runs, and he might, maybe, quite possibly, walk out of here with a win. But they need to come up big right now and put something on the board.
So here is Crawford, who doubled down the left field line for the Giants' only hit his first time. Wow, that sharp breaking ball, and he missed that one by plenty.
Yeah, by about 2 feet. And when you miss a pitch that badly, 1, you're looking for something else, and 2, you're just badly fooled. I do say this.
Whoa.
Matt Lato saw that same thing. At some point in time, you're going to see another one of those.
And a high pop-up foul out of play on that slider. Well, it seems that if memory serves, mostly he saw fastballs the last time up there, and he, with a couple of strikes, he took one away and just went with it down the left field line for his double. Latos has shown him a few other things now this time.
Well, you're right. His last at bat, it was a 2-strike at bat. He went to left field with really a nice 2-strike approach. Not a lot of lower body, just protected with his hands. That's a swing you learn up here.
0-2 the count. Man, he shot that one. He got another fastball, and he did not miss it, but he hit it to some bad luck. Cairo there to take it.
You say it every day about how he hits a ball hard and somebody's there to get it. Sooner or later, those bullets are going to start dropping. And this is a great 2-strike at bat. He tries to go front door sinker with it. This thing gets right out over the plate at the belt. An easy place to defend if a hitter's up there. And this is what he does. He hits a bullet right at Cairo. And you see a little frustration. It's hard not to show it.
So now Nate Sherholtz pinch hitting for Barry Zito. The slider is low for ball 1. The Reds, who have only 2 left-handed hitters on their active roster, and it's no secret that they are looking for a left-handed hitter who could drive in some runs, who could have a little thump. Because I think, as you see Cantos getting ready in the Giants bullpen, a team that has designs of going to the postseason, Mike, and doing well in the postseason. Good teams at that level, they're going to exploit that all right-handedness of your lineup at some point. 2-0 the count. I remember the Cubs, 3-4 years ago, had a very good team. They had a great year. But most of their pop was right-handed. And they faced the Dodgers, who had all right-handed pitching in the postseason, and the Dodgers ran the table against them. And the Dodgers have matched up well against them all in the regular season too. They never threw a left-hander either as a starter or even in relief against the Cubs that year, and they dominated the Cubs. Now the Reds have a couple of lefties who can hurt you big time.
Well, yeah, they've got 2 premier lefties with Joey Votto and Jay Bruce, but your point is well taken, and I think they're going to have to get some more balance in that regard. That's the beauty of a switch hitter. Solves a lot of problems for you if you're looking for balance left side, right side through your lineup.
2-2 the count. Well, you hit that slider, but there is Bruce. Nice job of hitting there on a tough pitch, but caught by Bruce.
One of the things that you are impressed with when you see the Cincinnati Reds club day in, day out is their defense. They catch it as well as anybody, and they have great range. You look at guys who swing the bat well and they have pop. Not always do you see great defensive abilities or range with their game, but you see it here with these Reds. They can do a lot of things. They're a very athletic team.
Now Gregor Blanco. By the way, the word from the Reds clubhouse about Joey Votto is he sustained inflammation in his left knee. Or he's suffering from inflammation in his left knee. Strike 1 to Blanco, who showed bunt. 1-0, Cincinnati leading. Blanco has struck out and fouled out to third. Third baseman Frazier plays him shallow in deference to that speed and bunting ability. Look out. 1-1. Giants have only 1 hit. They've only had 1 man reach base against Latos. And it wasn't so long ago when he was a Padre. And just a couple of years ago, as I recall, he pitched a 1-hitter here against the Giants. That backdoor slider, beauty, on the corner at the knees. Strike 2.
Man, a lot of pitches like that. That curveball has been money with that slider. I mean, and the thing about it is the break is straight down. Because of that high 3/4, almost over top delivery, you're going to get an acute angle off your breaking balls. Part of what makes him tough. He doesn't have that much movement on the fastball. It's pretty straight, but he has tilt. A high release. He throws the ball low a lot. I mean, that's a tough assignment when you can put that type of velocity on a fastball, and it's an even tougher assignment when you're trying to hit that downward snap on the breaking ball.
A ball and 2 strikes to Blanco. Terrio would be next. 2 down. There's that sharp curve in the dirt. 2-2. Doesn't seem like he's struggled to throw anything right where he's wanted to throw it almost all day long.
No, he's been in command. Really hasn't spent that much time out of the stretch either.
The Giants have had only 1 man reach, Brandon Crawford, with a 1-out double in the third. Since then, he has retired 10 in a row. In fact, he's retired 17 of 18 for the whole day. 2-2 the count. There is Phillips in a hurry, just in time. Nicely done by the Gold Glover. On to the 7th. Cantos coming in. Dwayne Kuiper returns for the radio side. 1-0 Cincinnati.
Deck? No way!
Time now for our Toyota game summary, brought to you by your local Toyota dealer. 1 run, 5 hits, no errors for the Reds. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error for the Giants. It has been a pitching duel. The one exception, a bases loaded walk in the 4th inning, and that's what put the run on the board for the Reds. Matt Latos has been outstanding. A 1 hit allowed. He has retired everybody but one guy, and that was a double by Brandon Crawford back in the 3rd innings. And we are 1-0 here as we go to the 7th inning. Now here's Dwayne Kuiper.
All right, when it's time for a change, think Speedy. Oil change and tune-up. Your oil change tune-up and smog experts.
George Cantos in for the 7th time. He has been very impressive. 8 strikeouts in 8 innings against 1 walk. And that has been one of the things that has impressed us, that very good hard snap on that slider. Very explosive. A pitch effective to both righties and lefties. His fastball will go low 90s.
And this is smoked over Crawford. And you know what? That's going to split the gap. Cozart, who can run a little bit, is going to be standing on second base.
Well, we showed you the bridal party earlier today, and we rewarded them with gamer pins, and that's what it says, gamer. So we do fear the bride. And you too can win a gamer pin. You make a good play or have a good sign or put out a good effort, we'll reward you. Gamers, gamer babes. And you don't have to be a gamer babe to get a gamer pin.
Here's Stubbs. Stubbs is 0 for 2. He walked in the 5th inning. So Cantos immediately in trouble here in the 7th. And there's a, I don't know if he actually bunted at it. It was a call strike, and it's 0-1. Remember, it's not Votto in the on deck circle, it's Cairo. See Cairo, who left Votto. Inflammation in his knee. And this is popped up. Somebody catch it. Sandoval got it. What a nice play by Pablo Sandoval.
He may have knocked the wind out of himself.
I think he did.
He had to jump a long way. That was Barry Zito that first labeled this guy the Kung Fu Panda because of a move that he put on in Los Angeles, avoiding a tag at the plate. And I think he just added to the legend here. a pop-up and watch Sandoval coming. I mean, he completely lays out parallel to make the snag and keep the speedy Stubbs off the base paths. That's just pure athleticism right there.
That's a fine catch.
Boy, it really was. And his reward, a nice round of applause. It was going to be Sandoval and Sandoval alone. He's having a hard time keeping those sunglasses on today, too.
Say, if you didn't catch it, he sure made it look like you did.
Yeah, that may have been a trap, but hey.
So here's Cairo.
Big out.
Cairo batting for the first time. Santos looks to second, and Cairo takes up and in.
And watch on normal speed as to how quickly this all happened. You don't have time to think. You just have to react.
Cozart at second. Cantos gives him a look. Cairo takes the pitch down low. Cairo started in place of Brandon Phillips on Thursday night, and he went 0 for 3 with a strikeout. It was the Madison Bumgarner game. Two balls and no strikes. Cairo up the middle. And Crawford's going to dive and he can't get it. It's going to sneak into the outfield. Pagan's throw is going to airmail everybody. Cantos forgot to back up. And it's 2-0. So once Cairo saw that that ball was not going to hit the cutoff man, he just took off.
And the follow through of George Cantos is such that he's not going to be in a position to come back and get anything that goes back up to his right. Now, I don't think he could have had a chance against that anyway, but here's where they make a mistake that costs him 90 feet. And overthrow the cutoff man. And an easy take of second base for Miguel Cairo. And here you see take advantage of the mistake. So a run in and he puts himself in scoring position for Brandon Phillips, and that's a costly mistake.
So Phillips is 1 for 2. Cantos will chase Cairo back.
Cantos very close to not taking a step towards his target. If you're going to make that pickoff move, you have to make a definitive stride toward that second base bag, or you could be called for a balk, even if you don't make a throw.
Phillips with a swing and a miss. No balls and 1 strike.
It's the first time you've seen the Cantos slider. And you can impress a big league hitter, a good big league hitter too, the first time you see a good breaking ball. But now he's seen it, and that's when he makes his adjustments.
Sanchez kept it close, which discouraged Cairo from going to third, although he thought about it. Well, the Giants having a tough time scoring a run off of Latos. Now they're going to have to score more than 1. A leadoff double by Zach Cozart. And Cairo with the bouncing ball over the mound into center field. And now Phillips waiting. And another terrific play by Hector Sanchez.
It's been slider to Phillips. Let's watch the block of Hector Sanchez. Nice job keeping that ball in front. That's all you have to do. You don't have to catch it. Just stop it. Let it drop right in front of you like that, that'll freeze the runner. That's why the greatest tip I ever heard about becoming a good blocker for a catcher is imagine that your chest protector becomes your glove.
Two balls and a strike. Outside corner, 2-2.
And immediately, Brandon Phillips rubbernecks back towards Dale Scott, the plate umpire, and questions that location. Got to move the ball around on him. He covers the outside part of the plate well. He's a middle away guy.
Two and two. And Phillips started to go, and it's a full count. Yeah, a lot of times you'll see Brandon Phillips, before he gets two strikes on him, he may swing at that because he likes to hit the ball out of the park. Once he gets two strikes, he's starting to tighten it up a little bit. So it's 3-2. And this time he gets them, and Phillips is probably going to reach on the wild pitch. So the only one that Sanchez could not keep in front of him was the one with two strikes. So Bochy coming out when it's time for a change. Think Speedy oil change and tune-up. Your oil change tune-up and smog experts. We'll be back. I've just always worn wristbands. I'm not trying to be a player. It's just part of my uniform. Hell, I just got it. I just got to be me. Yep, that's big. I
gotta be me. Mr. Baker, if he didn't have the wristbands on, I wouldn't recognize him.
Well, I'd be worried about him. Let's put it that way.
He wears them with a three-piece suit. What are you talking about? Oh, right now he's in the driver's seat with a 2-0 lead. Giants bringing in a new pitcher. It's going to be Javier Lopez to face the left-handed hitting Jay Bruce. 34th time that he's come in. Only 16 innings in those 33 innings, or those 33 appearances. So it gives you an idea as to how Bruce Bochy has used him. He has been a situational lefty. And he is in this game for one hitter.
So here's Bruce. Breaking ball, 1 ball and no strikes. See the numbers for Bruce against Lopez. And he fouls this one off his foot. Bruce gets up. Tries to walk it off. Ouch. Did he hit it good?
Oh, yeah.
He hit it good.
That hurts. This is going to take some time. Well, it was the sport of baseball that coined the phrase, walk it off. This is going to take some time. I mean, he hit the ball good.
Playing through it.
The only he can do.
Swing. And a miss. 1-2.
Big old frisbee breaking ball from Javier Lopez in perfect location. And he really broke down Jay Bruce.
One ball, 2 strikes. Got him. And here comes Bruce Bochy. So it appears we're going to see our first look at Brad Penny. Is the big fella comes out of the bullpen. It remains 2-0 Cincinnati. Barry Larkin. Check out Larkin. His entire big league career was in a Reds uniform. He won part of that 1990 World Series team. He was an MVP in '95. 3 Gold Gloves, 9 Silver Slugger awards. He made the All-Star team 12 times, and he is indeed going into the Hall of Fame, and he's a Hall of Famer.
Very deserving. Congratulations, Barry Larkin. 2-0 here. 2 outs, running to first and third, and we get a chance to take a look at Brad Penny for the first time as a relief pitcher. As a starter, I mean, he only had 4 relief pitches or appearances in his career. As a starter, 119 and 99. Low 90s fastball, curveball, slider, changeup. I mean, he can give you a lot of different looks.
Facing Ludwig. And he runs this one inside to Ludwig. 1 ball and no strikes.
Went over to Japan earlier in the year and wasn't having any fun. So asked for his way out. Came back to the States. There's one organization I'd really like to come back to, and the opportunity was available for him to be a reliever. And he says, I'm in. And here he is.
And a strike. It's 1 ball and 1 strike.
thing about Brad Penny, you never worry about throwing strikes with the guy. Got a lot of really good control. And for a big guy, I mean, that's impressive because he is a big guy.
Ludwig pulls this one foul. This is where our ball dude needs to hustle on up. Hey, baby.
Steve Yanaga. I think he was a little hacked off. He had to go get this one.
He was pretty comfortable.
Yep.
He looked at Melky Cabrera and Melky was like, I'm not getting it.
Well, he's got new shoes. I think they're killing him.
That never works. Canto started, then Lopez, and now Penny. One and two. In the dirt. Nice play, 2-2.
The cutter.
Hector Sanchez getting a workout today. So Penny about ready to throw his 5th pitch of the at bat to Ryan Ludwig. Got him. And that'll end the inning. A run on the board for the Reds. It's now 2-0.
Area is brought to you by Jack in the Box. Right now at Jack in the Box, you can try the new Chipotle Chicken Club. Make it a combo with fries and a drink.
A good look at AT&T Park as we head to the home half of the 7th inning. Giants only have 1 hit. That was a Crawford double in the 3rd inning. So Latos has been good. He hasn't walked anybody. He struck out 6. And he'll be facing Terrio, Cabrera, and Posey. His numbers-wise pitch count are good.
And that was a long top of the 7th inning. And for tall pitchers, oftentimes that can work against him late in the game. See if it affects Latos today. And not a whole lot has. He's only had 1 3-ball count today. That's how good he's been.
Giants have not had a leadoff hitter on in this game. Of course, they've only had 1 hitter on in this game. Terry would like to change that right here. And it's 2-0. Melky Cabrera and then Buster Posey.
always a concern, especially here in San Francisco where it's cooler than it is back east. And you get deep into a ball game with throwing 80 pitches or so, and all of a sudden you get a long inning, you can stiffen up.
And Latos comes back with a strike. He gets the call. It's 2-2. Terrios hit the ball in the air twice. Hit out into center field, but it's going to be Stubbs. 1 out. So Latos comes back after falling behind 2-0, and here's Melky Cabrera. Cabrera struck out in the first, bounced out in the fourth. At the knees, 0-1. Even with the bag at third is Frazier.
You can see the pitch total per inning. Only one time where he's gone over 15. That was the second inning with 17. Other than that, he's been on cruise control.
Slowly hit. Cairo charging. Latos covering. And the big fella gets to the bag. 2 outs.
Just have not been that many balls scored up. The best at bats that the Giants have had have come off the bat of Brandon Crawford, who had the only hit, a double, opposite field double back in the third. Then he hit a bullet right at Miguel Cairo in the 6th inning for an out. And other than that, there just haven't been that many solid balls hit by the entire Giants team.
Well, Posey hit one in the 2nd inning that chased Stubbs all the way back to the warning track. But you're right. There hasn't been many. And he starts out Posey with a strike, and it's 0-1.
That's a pitcher strike. I don't think Buster Posey quite agreed with that call.
Foul, 0-2.
And there have been a lot of quick 0-2s today.
Yep. Sure has.
You mentioned Latos having just 1 3-ball count. Has been on top of these Giants hitters the entire afternoon.
Posey hits this one to Cairo, and that'll end the inning. Through 7 innings, it remains 2-0 Cincinnati.
Girls Ready for Fans up at csnberry.com. It's brought to you by GoPro Cameras. Gentlemen, this is a fun one. It's with Amy Greschner, of course, head athletic trainer Dave Greschner's wife. She talks about how when they go out on a date, there's always a third party, his cell phone. And we also get a cameo appearance from none other than Barry Bonds. It's a good one. csnberry.com. Dwayne?
All right, Amy. It'll be Penny facing Frazier, Hannigan, and Latos. 2-0 Cincinnati. And Big Brad Penny throws, and this is lifted out to Melky Cabrera, who makes the running catch.
1 pitch, 1 out. Hey, suit up at the official online shop of the San Francisco Giants. Browse the largest selection of authentic team gear, including official caps, t-shirts, jerseys, collectibles, and more. Get your team gear straight from the source. Shop thesfgiants.com. Shop.
Here's Hannigan. Hannigan with an RBI. He walked with the bases loaded in the 4th. He did bang one off of Zito for a base hit in the 6th inning.
Penny's thrown a lot of innings. And when you throw that many innings, you definitely learn how to read hitters. There's a pitcher strike.
I think Hannigan agrees with you.
Thank you very much.
Seeing a little body language there. That
definitely a pitcher strike. Thank you. 1,872 lifetime innings. That's a lot of big league hitters he's sent packing.
fastball high and away. It's 1-2.
There was a time when he was 95, 97 mile an hour fastballs. Sometimes even higher. And he's lost a little bit of the fastball, but he's always been able to throw strikes.
Wasn't that long ago? He started for the National League in the All-Star game. That game was played in Pittsburgh, where we will be headed to. One ball and 2 strikes. Latos is on deck. Curveball, foul.
Together we are giant. Baby's #1 game. All right, well, first games are very special. I'm not sure he'll remember, but we will.
1-2. Zito started, then Cantos. Lopez faced one hitter. And Penny now facing his 3rd hitter.
Look out.
So this count goes to 3-2.
Penny 6'4", 250. He's got the look of a giant.
And Hannigan will get some new lumber.
Nice play by our fan down the line who had brought his glove, got a reward. Gentleman right here makes a play. Usher had asked him, "Were you good?" "Yep, we're good." Gives it to his kid who's got his rally cap on. Life is beautiful.
I love those rally caps. Giants handed out those one year, remember?
It's a good idea.
Yeah, it was. Three and two. Get on the ground, Terrio. And Terrio will make the play with Latos coming up. So long at bat for Hannigan. Latos is 0 for 3. Swing and a miss. Penny, I like it. He does the windup, the old school.
Well, it tells you that he was a starter for the most of his career. Probably a little more comfortable out of that windup.
Hit out to Pagan in center field. Penny will have a 1-2-3-8. Giants now are coming up. They need to do something. It's Pagan, Sandoval, and Sanchez. 2-0 Cincinnati. Song. Pregame live is going to start at noon. The first pitch will be at 1:15. Remember, there is a ceremony tomorrow honoring the 02 National League champions, and we'll have all that coverage for you, and that'll start at noon. So join us. Mike and I will be on the field doing the introductions, and we're going to look forward to that. So join us. Final game of the homestand tomorrow afternoon. 2-0 Cincinnati. Latos has been very good.
He really has. And I mean, this is 2 days in a row where the Giants have not been able to figure out Cincinnati Reds starting pitching. Last night it was Mike Leake who threw his first career complete game. It took a shutout into the ninth inning until Pablo Sandoval ruined it. It was a 5-1 victory for the Reds. And here, as good as Leake was last night, Latos has been better. There is some activity now in the bullpen. Undersect, the right-hander, Marshall, the lefty, getting greased up.
Well, he's only been in the stretch to 2 hitters. So the Giants don't know how he is in the stretch. Here's Pagan. And Pagan with a strike. Pagan is popped out and he's bounced out. And boy, another quick 0-2. That's where all the Giants have been today.
Latos has been on top of him since the first inning. As you point out, just the one out double in the third inning, which put him in the stretch just for the 2 hitters, and that's been it. Wind up, wind up, wind up. He has had his way today.
Inside.
Excellent 0-2 pitch.
Pagan the other way, foul. I think he took his bat, and it did.
Now, in the 5th inning against Barry Zito, Joey Votto took a first pitch swing, and it was obvious he was uncomfortable. Then he swings kind of a swing and bunt, and this is how fast he ran out of first base. Now, he is usually the guy that busts it down the line. That would have been an easy base hit under normal conditions. After he was out and the inning was over, he left the game. We found out that he had some knee inflammation that was causing him some discomfort, and he left the ball game. So Reds lose their #1 hitter. You would think that would be an advantage, but Matt Latos has not made anybody in the Giants feel comfortable in that batter's box.
On the ground to Phillips. 1 out. And here's Sandoval.
Reds are an outstanding defensive team, and they have showed it today.
Sandoval is 0 for 2. Giants have not had a base runner since Crawford's double in the 3rd inning. Outside corner, no balls and 1 strike. Hector Sanchez is on deck. The run that the Reds scored in the 7th, in a lot of ways, has allowed Latos to be a little bit more freer in the strike zone on the first pitch.
Well, it does. It gives you 1 mulligan.
Just hit on the ground to Cozart. 2 outs. October 3rd, 2010. Aubrey Huff did this. This was the clinch game. Denorfia on the dive. Sanchez came in to score. And the Giants then went on to do some wonderful things after that.
Yeah, I just got the chills.
Aubrey Huff may have been watching that in the clubhouse, and I bet he did too. Hector Sanchez is 0 for 3.
Well, he has not been able to pick up that breaking ball at all. That's about the 5th time that he has swung at that thing, and he has not yet fouled it off.
And that's pull foul. It's 0-2. Affeldt is he will stroll down to the Giants bullpen. Fouled again. .101 for pitches today from Matt Latos. And this is hit on the ground, and Cairo's got it, and that'll end the inning. We will go to the 9th. It's 2-0 Cincinnati. Comcast Sportsnet, part of the NBC Sports Group. The only hit in the game for the Giants, a Brandon Crawford double in the 3rd inning. So my suggestion in the 9th, well, I was going to say get somebody on for Crawford, but he's going to lead things off. So it's up to Penny to hold it at 2. We face Cozart, Stubbs, and Cairo. First pitch foul. A big bouncing ball right towards the end of the Giants dugout. It's 0-1. Cozart has hurt the Giants tonight. He did last night as well. He's singled, walked, and doubled. He scored the 2nd run in this game. And that pitch is a strike. It's 0-2. Yeah, this guy's seen enough. He's tired of the Giants offense today.
Well, I like the Giants nookie too. That's a good one. Noogie. Nookie. Whatever. It's all good.
This is hit off the end of the bat to Terrio. 1 out here in the 9th.
Yeah, Brad Penny has looked very, very comfortable.
He's been able to really put the ball where he wants to.
Well, that's a large part of it. Location, location, location. So important when you're talking about pitching.
This is flipped out to right, and it's going to be Buster Posey backpedaling in front of Terrio. 2 outs. And here's Cairo. Cairo had a big hit. He knocked in Cozart in the 7th inning yesterday, or in the 7th inning.
Well, this Chapman, the closer for the Reds, starting to get greased up. You like fastballs, this guy will remind you of Vita Blue.
Perfect location. No balls in 1 strike. And smoke to Sandoval on 1 hop. He goes down to a knee, and that'll end the inning. All right, it'll be Crawford, a pinch hitter in Blanco.
Sportsnet Bay Area. John Henry Smith and Brody Brazil will take you all the way. They'll break down this game. They'll talk to you about, well, David Beckham is in town, and they'll tell you why. And the Raiders will meet the rookies. All that and more tonight, 10:30, Sportsnet Central. Hyundai Sportsnet Central, only on Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area. So it goes to the bottom of the ninth, and Matt Latos nursing a 2-0 lead. He has given up one hit. He has allowed one base runner. Third inning, one-out double to Brandon Crawford, and he's going to face Crawford, who has had the best at-bats against him today. This is not the only time he has flirted with a one-hitter. He completed a one-hit shutout back in May of 2010.
And Crawford runs up and takes the ball. Looking in the on-deck circle, I said, who the heck is that guy? You just don't recognize him with his pants pulled down. His legs pulled down, not his pants.
Thank you for clearing that up. Brandon Belt.
It looks strange.
Looks a whole lot different with his pant legs pulled down.
He might look a little different with his pants pulled down, too. 1 ball and 1 strike to Crawford. Crawford skies one to left. And Ludwig will put it away. 1 out. And that'll bring up Crawford. Make that Belt. So Belt not in the game today with Buster Posey at first. And he goes around on the appeal. No balls and 1 strike. Chris Bochy barking at Bill Miller.
All right, did he go? 50-50.
Belt drives it out into right center field. Nobody's going to get this one. And the big fella's on the move. And he is going to hit second and go to third. And that's where he will stand.
And I think he may be leaving the pants like that for a while.
I think you're right. He looks faster.
So now it's decision time for Dusty Baker. He's got Aroldis Chapman all ready to go down the bullpen. Hanging breaking ball lays out right at the belt. And Brandon Belt does what you're supposed to do with a hanger.
At the belt.
At the belt. Rakes it right into Triple's alley. And once he gets those big legs going, got pretty good speed for a tall man.
Well, Blanco right now needs to think about getting on base, not knocking in the run. Very high, 1-0. So Latos pitching out of the stretch. He could go from the windup here, right, if he wanted to?
Yep, absolutely. You've got that option with a runner at third base. He has not been in the stretch, only twice today.
Hit on the ground sharply to Cozart. Coming in to score is Belt. And now with 2 outs, it'll be Ryan Theriot. So Theriot's job is to get on base or hit one out if you can do that. Theriot today is 0 for 3.
Nice first pitch slider. He's been money with his breaking balls all day long. Yep, it is rally cap time. Well, you hear the boos. You saw the frustration in the body language of Ryan Theriot, and I don't blame him. See a lot of pitcher strikes today.
And that fastball is high.
95-mile-an-hour fastball on pitch number 112. This will be Leto's last hitter, no matter what. Let's take a look at that second strike one more time. Let's see how low Hannigan was. Right out there. I mean, it's definitely one the pitcher would want.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Fouled out of play.
It definitely forced Ryan Theriot to get out and protect that pitch.
Yes, it did. And the 2-2 pitch. And that's the ball game.
That's unbelievable. Can't hit that pitch.
So game 2, or make that game 3 in this series, goes to the Reds on a fine pitching performance.
Take a look at the payoff pitch. Fastball, that's not even close to the plate.
No, that's not a strike. But that's the pitch that ends the game. And so a win tomorrow, and the Giants even the series, and that's what they'll try to do before they go on the road.
Well, they'll give the ball to Ryan Vogelsong, who'll try and even it up. It has been a series that we've seen a lot of really good pitching, and today the Giants come a little bit short, and it's a tough one to lose.
So final score here today in front of a sellout crowd, it's the Reds 2 and the Giants 1. Stay tuned. Esurance Giants postgame live with interviews and the wrap starts right now. Thanks for watching San Francisco Giants baseball on Comcast Sportsnet, part of the NBC Sports Group.